Do you have questions about buying or selling a home, not sure if you're qualified? Your local real estate agent Antoinette Ware is here for you. Do you live out of town, moving out of town, or looking for investment property? Well, let's work together and make it happen. Antoinette Ware can be reached at 419-917-6258. The name you know, celebrating over 20 years, serving Toledo and surrounding areas. Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, the Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. La Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, that's right. It is Smooth Tim and Queen Silvy. And welcome to another terrific Tuesday on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. And how are you doing today, Queen?
You don't want to know, but I'm going to tell you, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose. 24/7. Queen Silvy, you are always simply
I know.
amazing. Yes,
Go on and
she
smack
is,
yourself.
folks. Yes,
Slap
she
somebody.
is. Okay.
Just know I am amazing. But you are amazing too. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Hope you're ready for the super greatness we have in store for you. Matter of fact, you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get the super greatness we have in store for you. Smoothie, any announcements, anything?
You know what? As far as announcements, well, hey, it's not feeling so much like spring anymore, especially up north, maybe out west, but around here, it's a little bit nippy. So, hey, we'll take what we get. Otherwise, we're going to have a terrific Tuesday. On today's show, we have Douglas Kampner. He is a actor. He is a voiceover artist. He does a little bit of everything,
He
Queen.
certainly does.
And we've had him on the show before, and it was so much fun talking to him that we decided, come on back.
Yeah, come on down now. That's all right. I'm looking forward to my conversation
Yes,
with
ma'am.
Douglas Kampner. But before we get things going, what I'd like to do at this moment is I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. A pencil is a faithful friend that never lets you down. I mean, it's always ready to create and inspire. Drawing is not what one sees, but what one can make others see. And I sometimes think there's nothing so delightful and relaxing as drawing. So embrace the power of the pencil, for in its strokes lies the ability to transform ordinary into extraordinary. That's right. Hey. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Well, audience, you may as well go on and keep it going, because I love to give shout outs to my friends, my kings and queens all over the world. Like you, Pepper Gomez, and Wake Up Music. Wake Up Music rocks. Holistic health advocate, Marva Riley. Marie McKenzie and the International Sexual Assault Recovery Institute. Carmen Jewel and Massage Therapy by Carmen. The Simone Enterprise and Entertainment Company, and the Simone Family Foundation. A Journey Through Healing with Beatrice Crawford, Daniel Lee.
A shout out to you.
Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rawls.
Shout out to you.
Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
To Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
To my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. Oh,
Shout out to you.
Jonathan Easley, Lee Allen Sr., Wade and Katrina, LP and Cynthia, Melvin and Teresa, Khaki and Mike.
Shout out to you.
To Queen Sonia, Khaki, Shanika, Alana, Brianna, and Precious.
Shout out to you.
To Nancy, Delia, and Chrissy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yippee-yow. Yippee-yow.
That's right. To Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls. Lee.
Shout out to you.
I think I need to pause for the cause. Yeah, I do. And clear my throat. Hold on. That felt great. Hey, don't knock it until you try it. To Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, and Donna Ferry.
Shout out to you.
I didn't mention you also, Pam Bailey.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanema, Webster Beetle, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Arielua.
Shout out to you.
Sabrina Williams, Pinky Harmon, Sassy Savage, Robin Taylor, and DJ Team Broke, 100.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross.
Top of the day, mate. Top of the day, mate.
Lorenzo Gabaniza, Christine Lewis Anderson, James and Audrey, Serious Edition, Nana Linda Hartley.
Shout out to you.
To Edith Verhoek, Queen D. Brown, Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gordon, Brian Pearson, Miguel Montalban, and my good friend, Joe Mack.
Shout out to you.
That's right. Hey, listen, if you would love to be shouted up, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, oh, listen, we will hook you up 3 days a week. Every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits. And again, every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. As we aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Yeah. Check out this resource. And when we get back, hey, the ball is rolling with super greatness we have in store for you on The Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, my name is Kate Hudson Hall. I am an author, therapist, and podcaster. My new book has been released called Anxiety Hacks, with proven techniques, tools, and tips to calmness. So if you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic attacks, or feel abnormally anxious about certain things, within Anxiety Hacks, I show you how you can overcome these conditions successfully, enjoy a healthy and carefree life. My website is katehudson-hall.com. Anxiety Hacks is available now on Amazon.
Hey, we are back on this terrific Tuesday. As I said before, you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to go on in and get the super greatness we have in store for you. Contributing to a multitude of film, television, commercial, print modeling, voiceover, and even art. In 2 words, extraordinary and exceptional. Sharing his successful journey of over 30 years in Hollywood entertainment, discussing his fabulous art, as well as just what he's been up to. Live from California, I introduce to you Douglas Kampner.
Hello out there. Thank you for having me on the show.
Hey, welcome back. You know, the first time that you were on the Queen Silvy show was back in August 25th, 2023. And for anybody that would love to get caught up and check that show out where we had some great conversation with Douglas Kampner, Tim, tell them how they can do that.
You can see scrolling at the top of the screen throughout the show ways to get to the website, www.thequeensylvyshow.com. Simply go over to to the contact tab or over to the show tab, and you can double click on any of those flyers you'll see Doug on, and it will take you to that particular show, and you can rewatch that episode because it'll probably be tremendous.
It's always tremendous. Hey, we're glad to have you back on the show. But, you know, I think cool is getting an introduction to the entertainment world, growing up 2 houses away from Hollywood icon Bing Crosby. But what did you learn and take away from living and being around Hollywood celebrities?
Well, actually, I'm not really one to admire celebrities and their social life, but as far as their work ethic, I think like Bing Crosby was one of the icons in Hollywood history, and is a good person to know on a human level as well as business. And as far as his history in Hollywood, you can't match it.
Yeah, you can't match it. But
It's,
but you know, do you learn anything just from being in the atmosphere around people in the Hollywood industry?
well, actually, I work with them. I am a limousine driver, and I actually, you know, interact with them on a human level, and a lot of them prove something to me, who they are, what they are, and how they work, and others, you wonder, what they do in their real life.
Hmm.
But as far as like Bing Crosby, I got to know him on a personal level, his family, his friends, and him. And then I realized that this is the way I would like to go, but I want to be remembered just like him.
So at what point did you realize that you wanted to actually get into the entertainment industry, and how'd you do it?
Oh, how did I do it? I worked as a vendor in Candlestick Park, and I was interacting with people in ways that you would interact with producers, directors, and people like that. So I actually met a couple people in Hollywood through a friend. I think I talked about it last time, maybe not, but I actually went to school at Cal State Northridge, and one of my friends brought me over to Eight is Enough. I don't know if you know that show,
Oh yeah.
but Dick Van Patten and his son are neighbors together in San Fernando Valley, I believe, and they brought me over there to play basketball. And I played with Vince Van Patten, his son, and guess who was playing tennis there? Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder.
That's cool.
And that's when I realized this is kind of interesting. So Gene Wilder was playing, and Mel Brooks invited me to his premiere of Life Stinks. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but I went to it, and it was an interesting way to meet somebody like that.
That's cool. You know, through it all, your first job in Hollywood was as a newsboy in the Disney film Newsies. You've
Mm.
also played a lifeguard in Baywatch. You've played principal roles as a CIA agent, which you look like really. You could really today go into a store and pull it off. But you've even been a body double for John Travolta. So tell me, you know, Douglas, with over 30 years in the entertainment industry, doing many roles, which roles actually stand out as your favorite?
Well, one of my favorite roles is playing a heavy, if you know what that means, a bodyguard,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's a mob boss. I play that. try to get in shape to play a bodyguard. In real life, I am a bodyguard limousine driver to the Prince of Saudi Arabia, but in Hollywood, that is just somebody making up a story. But I, play bodyguards and mob bosses in Hollywood, and I like that type of character.
Okay. So, who do you consider to be your acting role model whose career you like to emulate?
Oh, as far as somebody in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really try to mentor or kind of create a image. I try to do it myself. I got my own way of doing things, and if they like it, they like it. I'm not copying anybody, and I'm not trying to emulate somebody who already did something before. It's almost like playing music. Who needs that? You don't need that. I know you may understand music like I do, or maybe you don't know that, but there's like people who copy other artists, and I don't want to do that.
So tell me, what words would you use to describe Douglas Kampner? Somebody meeting you for the first
Unique,
time.
basically unique, creative, artistic. You just someone who doesn't follow the path of others, kind of creates the way based on talent, not just some storyteller telling a story.
Well, I understand that. And it's good to be that way because, in Hollywood, you have a lot of wannabes, a lot of people who follow through with someone else that's already successful. And that just makes it even harder for a person to step up and succeed trying to be someone else instead of your own authentic self. But when it
Right.
comes to your career as a Hollywood actor, a print model, voiceover artist, share with me some of your accolades and accomplishments that you're most proud of.
Well, as far as Hollywood, there's a lot of things I look back on 30 years. I would say one of the modeling things I've done is Louis Vuitton, and people on that level I admire, and Yves Saint Laurent for modeling, and then working, my first job as a newsboy on Newsies, Baywatch, being the last episode of Cheers. See, these are iconic shows. This is not some wannabe, you know, show that's on TV. I mean, I look back and say, I did something of value.
Right, right. It's also a legacy because you're right. Like you said, these are shows that's legendary. Even the
Mhm.
reruns are still popular and famous these days. So that's really good to have your foot in not only in the door but in the right places. You know.
Yeah, I don't think that people admire other actors or models and looking back on the legacy, but how they got there. Because a lot of these people are families that have friends in the business, and I don't have any friends in the business. I created my friends.
Mm.
And because of that, I don't need it. If somebody wants me, they know how to get a hold of me. If not, I go some other direction. I have other things to do, like my art. I create art. I
Right.
do it like once a week, twice a week, and I have a teacher. I go to school, and by going to school and learning, you keep on improving.
That's right.
And
That
my
is true.
art, I don't know if you've seen it. My art is in galleries throughout Los Angeles, and I like art. I love it, and it's a good passion of mine because it'll never go away.
That's right. So give me your opinion,
I mean, I
Douglas.
don't know about you. I don't know about you. You love art?
Oh, are you kidding? I
I
can
mean, the
draw
form
some
of
great
oil.
art. I love art and music. Those are two best therapeutic things out here. I'm a music head and I love to art. Of course, I have grandchildren, so we love to color. And it's a great calming thing to do. So yes, I do. By all means, I won't show you any of my
I mean,
little.
I'm into music.
What's
Huh?
that?
I'm into art. I'm into music. I know musicians,
Yeah.
mostly rock musicians. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm into people here in LA,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I've known them for all my life, and I admire them despite them not being on the radio. It's like my art. It's not publicized. I mean, they don't get publicized, and I'm telling you right now, these rock musicians rule the planet. I don't know about you, but they can go sell out arenas, coliseums, stadiums without any advertising.
that's right. That is true. So tell me, Douglas, in your opinion, what would be some key factors to actually succeeding in the entertainment industry?
Well, determination is one, never giving up, being able to take direction, and also being able to minimize your losses because those who can control spending or not being able to go with the way trends are and create your own trend. That's important.
Yes, it is. So what about the newbies? You have a lot of newcomers with their foot in the door trying to succeed. So help them out with the advice because they're all in it to win it, just like anybody else. But share some do's and don'ts when it comes to acting auditions.
Well, I think a lot of them tend to think they know it all. Like millennials, don't get into it with me on those millennials because, personally speaking, I don't like them because of their entitlement. You know, they don't like their parents. They think they know it all, and they don't. And if they only understood more about why they act that way, I'd like to know because I don't like them. I don't like the way they act. I don't like the way they function, and they aren't ready to do anything right. They think they know. If they only took advice from older people, maybe they learned something.
Yeah.
And I think that applies to Hollywood because a lot of them join the family and they don't even understand why they even got into it to begin with.
Well, you're going to get that. That's like that in the music industry also. You have all these new upcomings that think they know it
And
all
that's a
because of
fact.
social media.
Well, social media can only go so far. You know, that I was in the dot-com arena in San Francisco to begin with. I worked for an ad agency, Goodby, Berlin, and Silverstein, that created Got Milk commercial,
Mm-hmm.
and that was iconic. And I'm just saying right now, a lot of these people think that they know it all when they don't know anything.
Right. Right.
I mean, it's hard to believe that someone would do something like that and then say they own it. That's like saying I own XYZ company. I mean, you don't own anything. You just work for them, and
Right.
you're lucky to have a job.
Sylvia had brought up an interesting topic, and I think what it reminds me of is just like back in the day, if you're a musician, when we heard a lick in a song, we had a 45 record or a LP, and we kept playing that lick over and over and scratching the hell out of the record till we could figure it out and get it down right. We had no idea what key it was in, anything else. Nowadays, you've got this stuff on YouTube, and it's
Don't get into it with
amazing.
me on
Right.
that one.
And it's the
actually
same thing
know.
I see with acting. You had to work your way into it. Nowadays, they've got all this crap. It's amazing, TikTok, everything else, and these people
Oh
are
man.
blowing up overnight. How?
Right.
What time and
No,
effort
but
did you
see,
really?
you, I could see your guitar in the back. I had
Oh,
a Scorpion guitar. I know the Scorpions personally and other bands like that. And at that level, I don't care who
Say,
you are. If
a
you don't play them
guitar.
on the radio and you don't give them a Walk of Fame star, there's something wrong with you because they've been in business for 60 years in music. And I know them. I'm 60 myself. And if you can't respect 60 years of music, you got a problem, not
right.
them.
Right. Open up your mind to the versatility of music because I stand by music. I mean, you see one guitar, but there's like, I don't know, 6 guitars around us, music instruments around us. We'll take a bored moment and get music and make our own music.
And a lot of
I
our
know it.
well-known friends are old school, and they learned the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah.
This nowadays. Yeah, it just trips me out. Yeah, I can learn any song in a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I know a kid, 18 years old. He's a friend of mine. He's been on the Jennifer Hudson show, and he knows 118 instruments. It's
I
a
love it.
record. I think it's in the history books now. This guy I know.
That's great.
And
That's crazy.
he does acting. He's a kid out of India,
That's
and he lives
good.
in Sacramento. I call him the Sacramento
Well,
kid, but
but you know when someone is serious about what they do and study, research, and be serious about it instead of just going to the internet, popping a video, and thinking you're an overnight sensation. When it takes a little bit more than that.
I don't care how you cut it. Talent is talent is talent.
That's great. It is.
You'll see it.
But you've been in the Hollywood industry, as I said before, over 30 years. There's been a shift and a change in today's technologies. We've been talking about that. But how do you work and handle the new technology era, including the internet and social media, to your benefit?
well, I'm not that. I'm technical. I used to work in .com, so I know enough to get myself in trouble or not. I don't know, but again, I'm just somebody who uses social media as a platform, not an excuse to get famous. There's an excuse for those who do want that, and I'm not about it. I just think it's fun. I think it's a good way to pass time, and it's an effort where maybe somebody wants
Right.
something, but they don't have to, and then somebody or pays somebody to do it. I don't
Well,
know about you. I don't pay anybody. I do it myself.
right. Well, you know what? You use the internet also because there's people out there who doesn't know who is Douglas Kampner. Now they do because of social media and the way that they do that. So you got to kind of stay in the groove just to keep yourself in the groove. And you have some fantastic pictures. I've been watching you, and that's how you do it.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what? You guys just circled back to the same thing. There's no excuses nowadays because if you don't know how, Google it.
Uh, Oh, absolutely. I think
No
it's
excuses.
like playing basketball. I play basketball all my life. I mean, if you can't dribble the ball at 8 years old, and you don't want to, that's on you. If you want to paint at 8 years old, that's on you. I mean, if you want to do anything, it's on you. There's no excuses for excuses, if you know what I mean.
That's true. That's very true. There's no excuses. But over the years, I've met some in the industry, in Grammy winners included, that's told me stories about the ups and downs when it comes to the financial setbacks and things. But what can you tell me about any financial ups and downs and or the lack of compensation that you may have experienced or overcome throughout your career?
Oh, that's a big one because I've always worked in other areas besides Hollywood, and I got what was coming to me. But actually, in Hollywood, those managers, agents don't pay the play. They take the money and run. They
Mm-hmm.
jab you in the back because
Mm-hmm.
you are just a pawn. You're a slave to them. And I don't think that most people understand what the percentage that they take from you.
Right.
And if you understood what the percent was not equal to what you do and value, then you just are just some slave to them. And I'm not one of them. I understand what it is. I get the breakdown. I understand what the percent is. And if anything, you can avoid the whole thing and not go that way.
Mm-hmm.
I have another real interesting question. With the way musicians are able to self-promote today, and they really
Mhm.
don't need to sign to a label and or even have an agent, do you see that maybe transitioning into movies and acting?
I think that all these musicians I've grown up with ever since I was 18, 17, I'm 60 now, but when I was 16 years old, I was almost a band manager for a rock group in England. And my dad just said, I don't think you're going to do that. So I chose not to. But again, I understand what those guys do. I'm here in Hollywood at the Whiskey A Go Go every day I can. And then I understand what these people do because a lot of them try to make money when the other people are making more money than them.
Right.
So it's not fair. See, what's fair is fair. That's all I have to say. If it's not fair, then don't do it.
So have you got jinked? Ever did a gig and didn't get paid, and they're like, "Oh, hold up, where's my money?"
Yeah, I've had people run out on me. I had shows, I've worked on commercials, and people don't want to pay up because if you do a commercial, that takes a month to get paid, and then you're waiting, and it never happens. So
Wow.
who's to blame if you don't get paid? It's you for even beginning the relationship.
Well, you know what? As a stand-up comedian, I do my thing a little different to avoid that very thing. And some of it comes with the help of today's technology because if you hire me for a gig, don't tell me that you can't pay me because it's Saturday or Sunday. You can, there's Vimo, Cash App. There's a lot of ways to get my money to me, and don't give me that bull crap. And if you have it in your
Right.
contract also, nowadays it's important to have some things in your contract and make sure that there's an understanding on it because you're right. I have a friend who is very famous. Did a gig, they did not pay her after this gig, and she had a heart attack. That's how serious things is in the industry. Ben, you know, there is people out here that's out to get you, just not just the salesmen or the bill collectors, but there's people out here who can print a card and say, "Oh, they're a manager or this," when they really don't have no experience over you.
But you know what? The
I
one
think
thing
a
that we've
lot
been
of,
fortunate, Doug, the
I
one thing
think a
that we've
lot
Wait,
been
of
wait.
these people
okay.
in Hollywood, they
Mm,
could be homeless, living in their car, acting out as a manager,
mm-hmm.
agent,
Yeah.
and they're right in their car, homeless, but yet they're getting the breakdowns and all this,
Yep.
and they're making money on you when they don't even have a home,
That's true.
not
That's
paying rent.
that's true.
You know, I was going to say we must be very blessed because down in Texas we was able to be in a few independent films and we were compensated for our efforts right away.
Right away.
We didn't have to wait.
Right away.
You know,
Hmm.
so
I
yeah,
mean, this waiting game is not for
mm-mm,
kids or adults. I
Right.
mean,
no sir.
who's to blame when you go work in corporate America Monday through Friday and you get a check every week or 2 weeks? That's guaranteed money.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, do you think that today someone can become popular, famous in the entertainment industry without being signed to a talent agent or without having a manager? You think somebody can just walk in and just do it?
I actually do. You know, it's like anything else. It's like music. There's an opening act that no one knows, and then there's a headliner. Sometimes the opening act overweighs the headliner because they're too good for the headliner, and the headliner brought them on board. I can mention names right now. One was in San Francisco. Like I said, my friends from the Scorpions had Bon Jovi opening act when the first beginning of his career. He had no job. He didn't. John Bon Jovi had no band, and he mentioned a song called "Runaway," which was the first song he ever wrote. And then Scorpions signed them on tour, and then the rest is history. But
Mm-hmm.
again, it's like that. You know, some guy, some band, or somebody, they find some way and they make their way, either though they had no exposure to anything.
You know what? The Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and all of them played backup for somebody at some time in their career.
Mm-hmm.
That's true on that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But they don't have to. See, the thing is, they don't have to do anything, expect nothing in return because they have nothing to lose. That's what a lot of these people do.
Hmm.
And in fact, I know them. They say, we got nothing to lose.
Right. Right. That passion and that purpose will keep you going. It'll
I mean,
keep you
if you
going.
want, you can deny reality, but a lot of these people play the game hard and they don't want to get involved in a shakedown if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So compare back in the day to right now. Would you say that obtaining gigs and roles is different these days?
Well, before it was an 8 by 10 black and white. So you would have to go eye to eye with the director. You'd have to go eye to eye with the casting people. And now it's just online.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it easier, but it's not as personal. See, personal is like getting mail in your envelope and handing it over to the mailman.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to do that. See, nowadays you don't have to do it. So anybody can do anything. It's like the wild, wild west.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I
So,
mean, if you want to meet somebody, like I'm meeting you,
mhm.
I know you. I met you, whatever, a year or two ago. I mean, I've been with you before. So again, this is no relationship that I just met you. See, it's like that, sending your headshot on LA Casting or whatever it is. It's non-personal. See, it's just a photo. You don't know what that person looks like.
Right.
It's not fair. It is not fair. See, what's fair, I told you that statement before. What's fair is fair. And sometimes it's not fair.
True that.
Yeah, but sometimes that old headshot can catfish somebody too.
Right. You come in the studio like, who are you? That didn't
That
help.
look like that picture you sent me.
They're like, okay, we'll give
I
you a
just
call.
had a photo shoot. I just had a photo shoot, and I paid good money for that photo shoot. Don't think I didn't. It's not the average person who did the photos, the photographer either.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, whether they like those photos or not. That's not my opinion. See, the agent, the manager, that's their opinion, and the casting people, that's their opinion. See, everyone in life, in the world, got an opinion on everything. It's
Yep.
political. Let's get that right.
Yes,
It's
it is.
politics.
It
And if you
is.
don't believe me, go watch the news or anything like that, and everyone's got an opinion on anything.
Yeah.
Politics in life, politics in work, politics in the house. It's all politics.
Politics
And if
is
you don't believe
everywhere.
it,
Everywhere there's
everywhere.
politics. Oh,
Hey, in the corporate world and in the government world and in the
yes,
professional
yes.
world, there's politics.
it is what it is.
And what someone says, it may not be true. They're just trying to get an advantage over you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you ever believe in the victory dance, that means that somebody wants a victory over you.
Mm.
They just want to make sure that they get the piece of the pie and you don't.
Mm.
I think we've all
You ever hear
experienced that.
that?
Yeah.
I think we've all experienced that at some time, and for those who have not had that happen,
They will.
you will.
They will.
You're gonna have somebody try to stab you in the back big time.
Yeah. You ever had?
It's called karma. And
Right.
if you don't believe it, try it.
Right.
Try it.
Right.
You may get away with it a million zillion times over, but it'll be a wake up call once it hits.
Right on. So, aside from your acting, modeling, and your voiceover work, you have a passion for oil painting. But does your art help you in other ways of your life?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's very soothing to do when somebody has issues in life and they want to just let it all go out the window or out their mind. They would use painting as a method to ease their emotions, calm them, and create art.
Mm-hmm. So what is your short-term or your long-term goal with your art career?
Well, no, I've been doing art more than acting or anything really. I started in high school and I continue to do it now, and it's getting better every day. So again, my talent improves whether I sell the art or not. So again, back to that. You may not gain today, but you may gain tomorrow. I mean, it is what it is. I
Yes, it
keep
is.
my art just
Well,
in case, but I've sold it too. So you can't do everything at one time.
No, but you keep going with that passion. It's great. I have just a little small clip, but I wanted to show some of the artwork from Douglas Kampner. So, hey, check this out. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, some great.
I really appreciate you putting those clips on to show people at least some of my talent, and
Absolutely.
maybe you know,
What type
maybe
of
they would enjoy having one in their
Absolutely.
bedroom, in their living room, or
Yeah.
anywhere.
what is your favorite period of art? You like the Renaissance,
That's
and
what
I
I
mean,
was
where are
gonna
you
say.
at in that
Oh, where am I
appreciation of
at? I'm,
art?
I'm definitely in line with Van Gogh. I
Mm.
use heavy paint. I like his style and his ability in a sense that it's great art. I mean, people appreciate it. I know I do, and I just like that style. Now I create my own style, like I was telling you about acting. I do not emulate. I do not follow, and I just create my own way of being.
Right. Bring your own authenticity.
And
And
we
I
have a
like that.
very renowned art museum here in Toledo with
Mm-hmm.
some fantastic artwork of various types. But yeah, we can stroll through there for hours.
I want to see some Douglas Kampner art up there too, so I can say, "Hey, I know him. I know this guy." That's
That's
what I
okay.
want to
I
say.
wouldn't mind even sending you my art and sending it to your studio, which you could put behind me.
Oh, brother, would I love that? That would
We
be
could
so
pull that
You
off.
awesome.
would?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I could do that. I can do that.
So, out of all this fantastic art, which one would you say is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite by far is the lion. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but
I believe I did. I think I showed that lion.
yeah, everyone likes that lion. I did a lot of heavy work on that lion, which took me years to do, but I like it. It's for sale. I don't mind doing it again.
Well, that's
In
great because
fact,
I
I've
know that
done,
you have artwork, you
I,
have merchandise, you even have memorabilia that's on sale. Tell everybody about that and how others can go check it out.
oh, I have a lot of I know rock musicians. I carry rock memorabilia and I buy it and sell it. I just sold a Scorpion Flying V guitar from Russia, and I sold to a friend of mine. And I sell pretty much come and go. It don't matter to me what it is. I'm just into that kind of stuff.
That's all right. But where can they go? You have a site or somewhere where people can go check it out?
Yeah, right now I'm working on launching my .com, DouglasCampner.com, and then DouglasCampnerArt.com live. It will be up tomorrow, I believe.
That's
And
great.
you could check it out and get in touch with me. My email works at dmcampner@gmail.com. And I'm always open for negotiation depending on the situation.
Hey, that is great. I like your versatility because you stay busy doing something. And
Creative.
it's a great thing these days. It really is. There's people out here who, oh, what am I going to do? Find a hobby, find
Create
something to do,
something, for
stay
God's sake.
busy, do things. You must, especially in
What
this
did we
tense
say?
time.
No excuses, right?
No excuses.
That there goes a long way in my book.
Yeah,
No excuses.
that's right. Put in some effort, effort, effort. That's what you have
Hmm.
to do. You know what, Douglas? I certainly appreciate you coming back on the show. You know that you are always welcome to come on the show. And I wish you continued success in all that you're doing. But before we go, is
Well,
there
I
any?
really appreciate you and your co-host, and I would love to send you a little gift on my appreciation,
And I'm
like a
going to send
painting,
you
so
my
you could put
address
it
too.
behind me.
You know what I wish I could find though? I used to have a sign in my office that I hung because when people would come in and they would be complaining, and it said, "I don't accept complaints, only solutions."
Well, I could tell you this right now. I know this, and I always swear by it. The word complaint or complainer, there is no excuse for complaining because who's listening anyway? No one.
Right? That's right.
Right? Give me a solution, then we'll talk.
Right.
So, hey, is there anything that you want to add or say that perhaps I didn't ask you?
I would just say keep your open mind going and don't let anybody control your mind or effort. Because if you do, you're just going to be somebody who may fail, and I'm not going to fail.
That is true. You're not. You're too successful and doing some fantastic things. We're honored to have you back on the show, as I said before. But again, tell everybody how you can be followed on social media.
Well, you can social media, you can find me on LinkedIn as one, Facebook's another, and Google. and also Instagram. So it's all under Douglas Kampner with a K, not a C, and it's all open to people to view, and you can view it on Google under my name, and also YouTube. YouTube, I have a channel or two, and you can view all my work. It's all up there, so there's no excuses.
That's right. No excuses at all. Just do it. Do it.
Right.
I love that. Well, hey, thank you. It's been great having a conversation, seeing you again. Don't worry, I'm going to send you my address because now I'm excited about just receiving something and putting it here in studio.
I got started painting. I'm going to surprise you on what it is.
Okay, I'll deal with. I'll accept that. So hey, I want you to make the most of your day. Keep doing what you're doing. We're following you, and I hope everybody else follows you and get in contact with you. And what I'm going to do right now is take a pause for the cause and do a little commercial break, and then we'll be back. Thanks, Douglas.
Okay, take care.
Do you have questions about buying or selling a home, not sure if you're qualified? Your local real estate agent, Antoinette Ware, is here for you. Do you live out of town, moving out of town, or looking for investment property? Well, let's work together and make it happen. Antoinette Ware can be reached at 419-917-6258. The name you know, celebrating over 20 years, serving Toledo and surrounding areas.
Well.
That was great. Another great conversation with Douglas Kampner. He's a fantastic guy. Very authentic, very multi-talented, doing some fantastic things in film, television, commercial, print modeling, voiceover, and his art. His artwork is a deep passion that he's so good at. Guys, go and follow Douglas Kampner on all social media platforms. Let him know what you think about it. And if you want to check out the past show from 2023 with Douglas Kampner, you can go to the website, click it when you see Douglas, and it's going to take you right to that show. So, hey, it's been an honor having him on the show. It's been an honor having you here, listening, watching in, and passing the word for someone else to get this super greatness we provide every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. It's been great. It's been so great, including my cup of tea, that now I'm ready to have a plate of healthy food, which I'm going to do. So listen, before we go, I want you to know that I want you to love yourself, be kind to yourself, make yourself a priority, then love someone else, be kind to them, and check on someone if you will.
There you go.
It's very important in these times and days. So, with that said,
till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station. We will holla, people. Bye-bye.
How you doing? This is Troy from Wanda's Weave and Wig Emporium. And this week, we're having our Wacky Weave special. That's right. No matter what color, no matter how long, we keep all our extra extensions and put them into your hair and give you a whack-ass weave. That's right. So it's Wacky Weave Week at Wanda's Wig and Weave Emporium. So you come on in and get your head whacked up. So all you people looking and saying, "Ooh, girl, where'd you get that whack-ass weave?"